In Consumer Corner, we take a look at trends creating a buzz online in China. On today's show, we'll discuss how the crackdown on prostitution in Dongguan will affect its local economy, and we'll see how Chinese internet users weigh in on the news. One of the hottest issues in China this week has been the anti-vice crackdown in the city of Dongguan last weekend. China's state-owned TV station, CCTV, broadcasted an undercover report about Dongguan's prostitution industry. The story reported on the city's large number of hotels devoted to providing erotic services to its guests. On the same day the story went on the air, the city government dispatched over 6,000 policemen to clear out the industry. They went into the city's many karaoke clubs, saunas, massage rooms, and luxury hotels. By that night, the police arrested 67 people. Dongguan is a city located in China's Guangdong province. During the past 2 decades, the city of Dongguan has earned itself the title of China's sex capital. But that title doesn't tell the city's whole story. It's also well known as a source of cheap labor for factories. Over 10 million laborers from all over the country go to work in the city every day. The city's annual GDP is $84 billion. Its import-export volume is the 4th largest in China. Last year, Dongguan was again listed as one of the 20 richest cities in China. But the city is still infamous for its huge prostitution industry amongst Chinese people, despite its promising manufacturing industry. As 21st Century Business Herald reports, Dongguan's prostitution industry first emerged around 1995. During that period of time, many merchants from Taiwan and Hong Kong chose to set up their factories there. These factories attracted millions of migrant workers from all over the country looking for work. Many of these workers were far away from home and didn't go home often. This created a serious demand for prostitution. After over 2 decades of development, Dongguan's prostitution industry has helped industries like hotels, cosmetics, clothing, jewelry, and sex products develop. Chinese experts predict that Dongguan's prostitution industry contributes to over $8.2 billion in revenue for the city's economy. That huge figure is almost equal to 1/7 of the city's annual GDP. Not surprisingly, a crackdown on one of the city's largest industries has put a damper on the economy. So now the question is just, which other industries will be hurting the most because of it? As Money.163.com reports, the most influenced industry for now is the hotel industry. Dongguan has the highest density of 5-star hotels in China. Its high density also ranked top 10 in the world. Currently, the city has 25-star hotels. Market insiders estimate the total investment would exceed 30 billion yuan, or nearly $5 billion. Affected by last year's government austerity campaign, Dongguan's high-end hotel revenues decreased by 8%. After the recent anti-vice action, the city's high-end hotel occupancy rate suddenly dropped by 30%. Another business that has taken a hit are the marketing companies that promote prostitutes. With marketing technology, they can easily send spam messages advertising prostitutes to over 7,000 mobile phones in the province. They normally target wealthy people who own nice cars, and it only costs them $30 to send all the messages. Apart from that, agents and marketers can find this kind of information through WeChat, QQ, or a search engine. This information was proven and updated by a huge amount of people on the internet. The government's crackdown on prostitution has left these people out of work. Chinese media released that 200,000 jobs will be affected by the government action. The sense of security for clients in the city has been compromised, so now the prostitution industry and its related industries will struggle with it. Jewelry, makeup, hotels, and taxis are all expected to see declines. Chinese internet users also expressed their point of view on the internet. Some of them criticized Dongguan's prostitution industry. One wrote, quote, "Our society's values have been distorted. Prostitution in China is illegal. But why do so many people say it's good for the economy?" Another Weibo user wrote, quote, "The government's austerity campaign has affected the country's economy. Now even the anti-vice action could hurt the economy. So what is our country's GDP really made of?" Another one agreed, quote, "If this is the reality of China's economy, I would rather get rid of it." However, internet users also defended the prostitution industry in Dongguan. One wrote, quote, "Do you know how much these prostitutes can spend each month? Without their spending, many of the city's industries will be heavily affected. If these businesses go bankrupt, there will be many people who will lose their jobs." Finally, a Weibo user wrote, quote, "If China can let Shenzhen become a pilot city for developing its economy 30 years ago, why shouldn't they allow Dongguan to become a special area for legalized prostitution? Perhaps it'll contribute more to the GDP of the local economy." Although it's hard to calculate exactly how much money Dongguan's prostitution industry has contributed to its local economy, it's clearly been a huge part of the city's makeup. Prostitution has become so widely accepted in the city and many others in China that one crackdown might not do anything but exacerbate the bigger health and safety problems with the industry.